All right, let's explore online marketing. We've got some great listener questions, and we're diving into 2 podcast episodes from Emergent Marketing Trends that cut through all the hype.
Yeah, and they challenge how we see online marketing. It's not just selling things online.
It's way more than that.
Yeah.
These episodes offer a fresh perspective, whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or just starting out.
Right, and they're super relevant for our listeners.
Yeah.
Let's start with the first episode, how it defines online marketing. It goes beyond that typical e-commerce image.
Okay, so what is online marketing, according to them?
Well, they have a bunch of definitions, like packaging and selling expertise. Think like creating online courses or offering consulting.
So teaching online instead of in person, reaching more people.
Exactly. Then there's affiliate marketing, connecting people with products, kind of like a digital matchmaker.
Oh, like being a brand ambassador.
Yeah, exactly. And the source also talks about content marketing, like blogs, social media, even podcasts like us. It's about making engaging content and building a community.
So it's not always about hard selling, right?
Yeah.
It's more about giving value and becoming a thought leader.
You got it. And get this, they even talk about therapists, counselors, going online. Who knew therapy could go digital like that?
Wow, I didn't think about that. It seems like almost any profession can find a place online. What are the downsides, though? What should people watch out for?
That's where this source gets really useful, debunking some common online marketing myths.
Yeah, because there's so much noise out there, right? It's hard to know what's real.
Totally. First of all, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You need to put in effort, have a strategy, and think long-term.
It's not like set up a website and boom, instant cash.
Exactly. And they're super clear that real online marketing is not multi-level marketing or pyramid schemes. Those are all about recruitment, not providing value.
It's about building a real business with real products or services. That makes sense.
Totally. Knowing this can save you so much headache.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the second source has this interesting way of explaining how online marketing actually works.
Okay, I'm listening.
They say it's like setting up a traditional business, but online. Instead of renting a storefront, you have a website or a big social media presence.
So like if you're a baker, you create a website to showcase your cakes instead of opening a shop on Main Street.
Exactly. You still need to think about your audience, marketing, competition, just like a normal business.
That makes it easier to understand. So
Oh,
you're
sure.
still building a business, but using the internet to reach more people.
Right. And they had some interesting examples. They talked about doctors building their brands as influencers, sharing health advice online.
Doctors as influencers. That's wild. It really changes how we see traditional versus online business.
It does, and it shows how work and entrepreneurship are changing because of the internet.
The possibilities seem endless. But are there any red flags to watch out for in this new world?
Definitely. This second source gives some great advice on what to watch out for, especially with online investments.
Yeah, it's easy to get carried away and make bad decisions.
For sure. They emphasize being informed, not just a passive investor. You need to understand the business, demand transparency, and be cautious of unrealistic promises.
So don't just hand over your money without doing research, right? Ask questions.
Exactly. You have the right to know where your money is going. If something feels off or they're hiding information, that's a huge red flag.
Good reminder. So we've talked about what online marketing is and isn't, how it works, and some pitfalls. Let's dig into those opportunities we mentioned.
Absolutely. Let's explore the many sides of online marketing and all the cool things you can do.
Awesome, let's do it.
You know, one thing that stood out to me from these sources was this idea of online marketing as like a form of arbitrage.
Arbitrage. What does that even mean in this context?
It's basically like buying low and selling high, you know? But instead of stocks, you're dealing with knowledge and skills, finding a skill that's valuable, and then packaging and selling it where people need it.
So like someone who's a great cook makes an online cooking course and sells it to people who want to learn.
Exactly. Or say you're a graphic designer, but you live somewhere with not many jobs. You can offer your skills online and maybe even earn more than you would locally. Like you're buying your skills low and selling them higher because you have a wider market.
That's a really interesting way to think about it. It really shows all the possibilities online marketing opens up.
It does. And it's not just about selling stuff either. The source even mentioned therapists doing their work online, which is kind of mind-blowing when you think about it.
Oh yeah, they talked about that. Therapists, counselors, using online platforms to reach clients. That makes sense. For both sides, more flexibility.
Totally. It's part of this bigger trend of like everything going digital. But like with anything good, there are downsides. Source 2 talks about some red flags to watch out for.
It's all about doing your research right. not just jumping into anything.
Exactly. They really stress being informed, not just blindly investing. Be wary of anything where you don't get how the business works, or if they're secretive, transparency is key.
Right. You shouldn't feel in the dark about what's happening with your money. What can our listeners do to protect themselves? What are some practical steps?
Well, first, do your homework. If someone's pitching an online business, investigate them. Look at the company, the product, how it works. Find reviews from other people. Don't just take their word for it.
And if something doesn't make sense or sounds too good to be true, ask questions.
For sure, a good business opportunity should be able to handle your questions. It's your money and your time, so be cautious. And if something feels wrong or too risky, just walk away. There are plenty of other good opportunities out there. It's about finding the right one for you.
That's a great point. I thought that analogy from the source, comparing online marketing to a regular business, was really useful.
Yeah, it's a good way to think about it. Like, you need to think about your storefront, your audience, your marketing strategy.
So in the online world, your website or social media is like your storefront.
Exactly. It's where you show off what you're offering, your brand, and connect with people. And just like a physical store, you need to know who your ideal customer is so you can tailor your message to them.
And then your marketing strategy is how you reach those customers. Things like ads, making content, emails, all those tactics.
You got it. It's about finding the right mix to reach your goals. It seems like a lot of the same marketing principles apply online, but with a digital twist.
Absolutely. The basics are the same, but the tools have changed. The internet has made a whole new world for businesses, and it's amazing for entrepreneurs who want to reach a global audience and build their own brands.
It's incredible. And that's what's so exciting about online marketing. It lets people build their own success stories on their own terms.
So for someone starting out in online marketing, what's your best advice?
Focus on giving value. Whether you sell products, services, or your expertise, your goal should be to solve a problem or meet a need for your audience. If you can do that consistently, success will come.
It's about building trust and authenticity, not just chasing quick money.
Yeah, people can tell when you're being fake. So be real, be helpful, and build something that will last. Now, the source material also goes into different types of online marketing. We should probably talk about those.
Yeah, let's break those down. I want to hear more about the different approaches and how they all work. So we've talked about the basics of online marketing, but let's get into the different types mentioned in the source.
Yeah, they talked about a whole bunch: e-commerce, affiliate marketing, content marketing. Each one's kind of different.
Let's start with e-commerce. I think most people know what that is, right? It's like regular retail, but online.
Exactly. Selling physical products through your website or a platform like Etsy or Amazon.
And with e-commerce, you can reach customers anywhere in the world. Huge potential there.
It's true, but it's not always easy. You got to think about stuff like inventory, shipping, and making sure your customers are happy.
Plus, there's so much competition. You have to stand out somehow.
Yeah, you need a good strategy. Maybe you have unique products, amazing customer service, or a strong brand that people connect with.
Okay, what about affiliate marketing? We talked about it a little before, but how does it actually work?
Affiliate marketing is all about results. You get paid when you promote other people's stuff, and it leads to sales.
So you're like a connector, helping your audience find products they'll like.
Exactly. You might have a blog, a website, or a bunch of followers on social media, and you recommend things to them. When someone buys something through your special link, you get a commission.
That seems like a good way to make money online if you've already got an audience.
It can be, but you gotta be authentic. Only recommend things you truly believe in that fit with what you usually talk about. Otherwise, people will see right through you.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's about trust, not just pushing products to make a quick buck.
Exactly. Done right, affiliate marketing is good for everyone: you, the brand, and the customer.
Now, content marketing. It seems like everyone's doing that these days.
Content marketing is about making and sharing stuff that your audience will find valuable. The goal is to get people to take action, but in a more subtle way.
So it's not just straight up selling. It's about giving information, building relationships, being seen as a trusted source.
That's it. You could be creating blog posts, articles, videos, social media posts, anything that provides value and makes you look like an expert.
Seems like a good way to make people aware of your brand and build loyalty over time.
It is, but it takes time and effort. You need to be consistent, understand your audience, and be patient.
You have to create stuff they actually care about, helps them, and keeps them coming back.
Right, and you need to promote that content so the right people see it.
Let's go back to that idea of online marketing as arbitrage. Can you explain that a bit more?
Sure, it's like you spot opportunities where you can buy knowledge and skills cheap and sell them for more.
Give us a real-world example. I think that would help.
Say you love photography and you're really good at it. You can make an online course teaching others the basics. You're basically taking your skills, which didn't cost you much to learn, and selling that knowledge to a lot of people who are willing to pay for it.
That's a perfect example. It shows how you can turn your skills and passions into a business online.
And you can do it from anywhere as long as you have internet access.
It really is a level playing field. Anyone with the drive can succeed.
Totally. And speaking of succeeding online, we can't forget about building a strong brand.
That's important. Your brand is what makes you unique, tells your story, shows what you value.
Exactly. It's how people see you and your business. And online, where there's so much going on, a clear and interesting brand is super important.
How do you build a strong brand online? What do you need to do?
It starts with knowing your values and what makes you different, your unique selling point. Once you know that, you need to share it everywhere online.
So things like your website design, social media posts, your logo, how you talk to customers, it all matters.
It all adds up to create an experience that people will remember and trust.
Consistency and authenticity, that's what I'm hearing.
Definitely. Now let's talk about analytics.
Ah, yes, analytics. They tell you what's working and what's not, so you can make better decisions.
Exactly. You can see how many people visit your website, engage with your social media, open your emails, buy your stuff. That data helps you improve your campaigns.
It takes the guesswork out of it and lets you make smart choices based on real info.
Right. Don't just assume something's working. Look at the analytics and make changes based on what you see.
So, before we wrap up, what are your thoughts on the future of online marketing? What trends are you seeing?
Well, AI is huge right now. It's being used to personalize marketing messages, automate tasks, and improve the customer experience overall.
So even more targeted and personalized marketing in the future.
Definitely. Mobile marketing is also becoming essential. Everyone's on their phones, so businesses need to make sure their stuff looks good and works well on mobile devices.
It's about being where your customers are no matter what device they're using.
Exactly. And I think we'll see a shift towards more authentic and transparent marketing. People are tired of the old tricks.
They want to support brands they can trust that feel genuine.
Right. The brands that focus on real connections with their audience will be the ones that win in the long run.
It's not just about selling anymore. It's about relationships.
Absolutely. Well, I think we've covered a lot about online marketing today, the basics, the trends, the myths, the opportunities.
We've talked about the importance of ethical practices, being transparent, and focusing on giving real value to your audience.
Whether you're already doing this stuff or just starting out, there's so much to explore in online marketing.
The key is to stay curious, informed, and ready to adapt. It's always changing.
It is. Embrace the challenges and the opportunities.
And never stop learning.
That's right. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of online marketing. We'll see you next time.